Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for the 1st of March through to the 15th. So we're in your fellow sister water sign Pisces. So I find it's usually a comfortable place to be in, your fellow sign. So we'll see what's coming in for you. This is a general reading, Cancer. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. You're the master of your own energy. And if this reading really does resonate, there will be an extended reading. And in that extended reading, we'll look more at what is coming in the near future and the future beyond, as well as taking a look at career, finance, and love and relationships as well. So the link will be in the description box below. We finally have a card, and it is your card coming out, the Moon. Your ruler. But interestingly, they give this to Pisces as well. Jupiter, Neptune, Venus is coming out for you, Cancer. So I'm getting a very soft, nurturing energy coming through with this. It's a very deep energy that's coming through. And it is a sense of, combining your energy with this beautiful Piscean energy. It's really looking at your heart. There's this gentle healing that's coming through with your heart, but it's very intuitive and very deep. And for some of you, it can feel like there is a sense of needing to let something go here. It may be very watery, so it may be just an intuitive feeling and you're not really entirely sure what it is, but you're just getting a sense that something is flowing out and you need to let that flow and let it go, even though you may not necessarily know what that is. So it feels like a very gentle release that's occurring here, Cancer, with you. Now, for some of you, this can be bridging different realities as well. It can be moving into the mysterious, moving into the unknown. If you're very highly intuitive, because I know a lot of you are Cancerian, it could be the time when the veils between the worlds are thinning and you can actually go into those intuitively visit those other realities and have some quite interesting experiences that your intellectual mind might not necessarily understand. It will try and process it, but it's also just a feeling. It's an experience. So it's actually quite nice. We've got next to it the Three of Swords, Uranus, Libra. Okay, so whilst this lovely expansion is growing and of your intuition is really heightened at this moment in time, it's also showing you something to do with a relationship that has caused you a bit of grief, that is something a bit pointed, a bit prickly in your energy field, that is ready to be released and let go of. So there is but it's kind of like you needed to go into that deep Neptunian watery space to be able to feel that sense of that. And the Five of Cups, Pluto, Scorpio. Wow. Okay. So again, it's very much being supported. There is something very deep being released here. This is not the first time this has come around. This may be an old issue that comes up and maybe something that you carry around with you and remains very deep. And so therefore you don't necessarily have to visit it often. It's there, but you can kind of go along on a different higher level and not necessarily engage with that energy. This energy kind of shows you in a very gentle, safe way, I have to say, that this energy is now ready to be released. And with this Plutonian energy and the Uranus energy coming around, this can be very karmic. It can be related to a karmic relationship. It can be past life energy. And again, it's about that sense of opening your intuition to other realms. So for some of you that are getting that sense, it's also that, like I said, this is coming around. This is again, and this time there will be this sense of knowing that it is time to let this go. Whereas previously it may have visited you, but it didn't feel like it was time to leave now. Whereas now it's showing you what a different person, what a different space you're in, what a different energetic frequency you're vibing at, for a better word. And it's showing you how much you've grown as a soul. so that now the cycle is over. You don't need this anymore. And so with it comes this lovely sense of understanding, a greater understanding of the soul growth. And that comes back to that Neptunian energy again of really understanding, a greater understanding that you can't, and perception of something in your life that you can't necessarily describe in words, but it's a knowing. So yeah, it's very deep, it's very personal, it's freeing. It's going to free you of this, but it's just this knowing that it's the natural ending, it's time. So that's why it's gentle, it's easy, it's not a hard release, it's just a natural. It's kind of like they're showing me just all this watery imagery of something just naturally flows out very easily. So yeah, beautiful energy coming through for you, Cancer. And, it comes with deep healing. There's deep healing energy around this as well. So we'll see what else is coming out around this. Might have to move these guys a little bit. The Fool, wow. So you're at this sense that you're at the starting point of something new, a new cycle, a reset, a total reset of this past like karmic energy that has been there with you. The Knight of Wands, crossed by the Knight of Wands. So there is a sense of wanting to move in and taking action, but at the moment this process needs to happen. The King of Cups, beautiful. We've right underneath that moon Piscean energy. And the King of Swords, wow. Okay, you're surrounded by two kings. I'm just going to pull some more cards for you before Six of Cups, beautiful. I'm going to move everything across again. The masculine side is really coming in and supporting this feminine. This is a very deeply feminine energy, but it's this lovely balancing of masculine and feminine energies with the two kings. Very protective. It's like a paternally kind of protective energy, protecting this new beginning that's coming through for you. So things in your external world are actually probably, all people are going to be very supportive. That's why I feel like it's a safe space for you to go into this depth that's happening here. Ten of Pentacles, beautiful. The Page of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, look at all these pentacles coming in for you. Something's grounding in and you're getting yourself in a much better position here. So wow, okay, moving up. And there's could be money coming in for you, but be open to receive this, Cancer. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, the Fool crossed by the Knight of Wands. We've kind of visited this. The Fool energy is all about stepping into the new, stepping into the unknown as well. We're getting a bit of the unknown with that Neptunian energy, not being afraid to step into that and go into that space and feel good in that space. It's very light, travels lightly, doesn't carry a lot of heaviness with him. He knows that he's let a lot go in order to start this new journey. Taking a leap of faith, trusting in the process, trusting in yourself. So crossed by the Knight of Wands, yeah, there is a lot of positive change coming through, and this is something that you're wanting, absolutely. But the fact that it's just, it is happening, but it's happening on kind of in an internal level first. So the King of Cups in your conscious mind, this is, a lovely scorpionic, Piscean energy, fellow water. Again, the water energy is coming in and really supporting you. That's why I find this is really, really good for you. This is about, in your conscious mind, it might be around you thinking about someone like a Scorpio or another water sign, another Cancer even, or Pisces. But this can be feeling the need to rise above a situation where it may be feeling a little bit out of control emotionally, or you're delving into an unknown area where it's feeling like there's a lack of boundaries. There's the ego. It's removing of those boundaries of the ego and into this kind of limitless space on an emotional and highly intuitive energy. And so there might be the need for some of you to want to find some kind of stability within that. The King of Cups, he is happy to have that around him, but he does find this sense of he's found a place within a lot of these emotional areas, realms, and it could be a lot of turbulent emotions for some of you as well coming through, some deep emotions. So it definitely might feel like you need to have a place that you're feeling stable emotionally, or someone around you that you can really kind of go into this area and they can be supportive of you. So that seems to be very important for you. At the base, you do have the King of Swords. So, this is deep down, and it's kind of interesting because we were saying that this is something that it's highly intuitive, but your rational mind won't necessarily understand. And this is it deep down. And it's like the two kings are talking to each other, because this king might be saying, look, I'm ready to make decisions. I'm ready to take control of this, but I don't feel in control. I feel like I don't understand what's happening. And so he's directly talking to this king going, what's going on? You're the King of Cups. I don't understand what's happening with this watery energy here. And they're having quite an interesting conversation together, but this reset is kind of in the way at this moment in time. So it's like, again, something new has to come in, something needs to be released for the flow of the understanding between what's happening on a very deep emotional level, and even on, like I said, in those other realms outside the ego where you just kind of dissolve into a spiritual plane. The understanding of that will come in the future, but we need to step into this new and release something first. So, but he's there, he's ready, he's waiting. So the intellectual mind, the rational mind's going, I need to understand this, I'm going to get this, So he's ready and poised. As soon as that understanding comes in, grounds in, and there's a lot of grounding in here, that's where you'll have the clarity to make some decisions and to be able to understand what's going on and feel in more control. So the Six of Cups in the recent past, this is a beautiful energy, and it's an energy of nostalgia for the past, a past time when something was really good and felt really happy. And it's really connecting you with your heart, connecting you to, again, a memory, that watery memories are within that Neptunian realm of it's a memory. It's intangible. It feels real. You understand it, but it is something that is not of this world anymore. It's a memory, and so it's bringing you. That's what this was kind of bringing you back into that space, so you could go more deeper. It's a lovely, happy card, the Six of Cups. It could be a trip back home to a family home, or a visiting down memory lane of a childhood. It can be related to something like that as well, or someone from your childhood came back. It could have been you had an interesting dream came in. Your dreamscapes are going to be your dreams are going to be quite interesting with this energy around. You might get some very powerful dreams showing you, giving you a very powerful information about this. So in the near future, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is where the fire comes in and says, that feminine energy comes in and says, okay, so we've been in this very deep emotional energy. The fire needs to pull you back out of that. This Queen of Wands pulls you back out and says, okay, we've had that experience. Now let's utilize and draw upon what we've found down there, and let's bring this into reality. Let's bring this into a motivation, a desire, the will to draw what you need and what you've learnt through that space into you. And she's very discerning. She's magnetic. It's a magnetic energy of drawing and having the right people, attracting the right people, the right situations, the right energies towards you. It's a very warm and generous energy. This could be someone coming in like a fire sign that's very warm and generous. So it could be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And the shadow side is very much kept at bay. And that's why it's such an interesting journey into this, because it is like almost going into some of those shadowy realms as well. But you come out intact. You come out going, okay, shadow, you're down there. I understand you. You can be by my side, but I'm the bigger energy. I'm out there in the world. And now you've kind of come back up out of they're showing me someone that was swimming very deep in the water and you've come back up and found the air and been able to breathe again. So there is a sense also that she's holding she now knows that she's got a very potent and powerful opportunity in her hand, as she's now looking to capitalize on this, to build and to make it into something very special, very successful. She wants to bring it into something very successful. So, yeah, it's interesting. So it's incredibly powerful experience, this. You are presenting as the 10 of Pentacles, which is very stable, actually. I would have to say very grounded. And you do need to be grounded in order to go on this journey. And so it's kind of feeling like I have everything I need at this moment in time. I feel like I'm in a safe, stable place. So that's actually really, really important. It can also be that, you feel like you've reached a point with something, that you have everything that you could possibly get from that cycle. You've got it all. You've gained everything. Like I said, it's some sort of karmic cycle, and you've felt like you've gained everything, all the resources that you need, material resources, all the knowledge, everything that you could have got out of that, you now have. And so therefore you're ready to move on. Now, the energy surrounding you, the Page of Pentacles, there's opportunity. There's opportunity around you. Now, I don't think it's necessarily formed into something. It's just the idea is there. It can be exciting. There can be new ideas around it, but you may not even be necessarily feeling that so much when you're in this realm. But when you come back out, it's there, and it is there even if you're feeling very emotional around something. So the Page of Pentacles is, him and the Queen of Wands are very much opportunists. They're very much like, we understand this is a fantastic opportunity here that has been created through this process. So hopes and fears of Three of Pentacles. This is about recognizing your skills, unique abilities, your gifts to the world, and standing out, having people admiration as well, and feeling valued within a space, feeling that what you've got is going to be valuable to a group or to a collective or to the world. And so, we're not kind of getting a lot. That's just kind of a little clue that a lot of this watery stuff could be to do with value, what your values are, what you're valuing, how you see your own self-value. But we're not getting that information here because, like I said, it's in the mysterious realms where it's all about experiencing rather than intellect. But it's there. You haven't lost your mind. It's there deep down, so don't worry about it. So the Six of Pentacles, a beautiful outcome to come in. So with the Six of Pentacles, this is being open to receive blessings. This can be money coming in, gifts of money coming for some of you, support, financial support for this opportunity that's coming through. This can be you investing. If you're the one with the money and you feel like you've got something here, you can be investing, giving money to other people. It's a very charitable energy as well. So it could be donating to charities or investing in a business. So there's an altruistic energy around it as well that's coming in. There's either a benefactor or you're someone else's benefactor or mentor. And again, it's around value, people seeing your value or you seeing someone else's value, or realizing that you have, being a mentor to somebody is valuable. You have the knowledge. So it's finding this beautiful balance, restoring a balance between giving and receiving. And that's what a lot of what this is about as well. And I feel like that's a lot to do with the karmic lesson that we're getting a little clue about what happened in the karmic past that is now being released as well, which is beautiful. So, yeah, a very positive movement forward. It's being supported, absolutely, financially. So the Seven of Wands, ultimately, this is saying you're getting yourself in a better position, and this is because of the work you've put in. You've found yourself in a more empowered position, a more powerful position as well, and that you're, again, able to defend yourself against opposing forces, against challenges, against oppositions, against any kind of conflict that might come up as well. So it's kind of by going down into this deep journey, you have this strength and confidence that comes out, and ultimately you're moving up, you're leveling up, you're finding yourself in a better place. And that can relate to all sorts of things. It can be financially, it can be emotionally, it can be just physically, health-wise, it can be anything. You can apply that to anything in your life, in terms of your relationships as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's really positive, Cancer. So let's pull an affirmation card, and these are messages that the universe want you to hear and maybe even be saying to yourself. So what does Cancer need to know at this moment in time? It says, I prosper wherever I turn. Interesting. And that's what this energy is. It's very prosperous. I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere I am. Oh, sorry. I'll say that again. I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am blessed and prospered. And that is actually, I do feel like there is this blessing coming in now, because that often happens sometimes when you release something that's very karmic, and then the kind of the blessings of that cycle do come through, and that's what I'm kind of feeling here. I'm going to pull a charm for you, Cancer, before we go. And also an animal spirit energy, they're saying. So let's get... What do we have? A skull and crossbones. Beautiful. So the path is no longer open. Do not go this way. There is danger. So it's actually an interesting, this is all about, if we're talking about things needing to feel safe, this is a warning and letting you know when things are safe and when they're not safe. And it's actually, I do feel like that a lot of this is around your safety, how you're feeling safe in your emotional journey, how you're feeling safe in certain situations. And I do feel like there could be a path, or a path that you could be wanting to go down when you go into these emotional realms, that message is just kind of saying you might get some very clear messages not to go down certain paths, because they want this to be a safe passage for you. There is... we are looking at a wound here, so that, I feel like it's, it could also be a warning for some of you, just, like I said, a warning about certain people in your life. That might make sense to some of you as well, not to go down a certain path with certain people. So important to feel safe and supported in this. And the animal spirits have just come straight out. We've got raccoon and dragonfly. Interesting. So, the raccoon is the areas where you have kept yourself in the shadows, and it is all around identity, self-identity, how you project that out into the world. It can be very creative as well, the raccoon energy. And the dragonfly energy is around a lot of, it's interesting because this is such a deep emotional journey that we're looking at here, but the dragonfly barely touches the water. It just flits around. Your mind is flitting around and doesn't want to go into those emotional depths. Doesn't want to go into the shadows that the raccoon has around identity and those sort of things. And so this can be part of the level of resistance that can be coming in as well around this, is that just to understand that that's just the rational part of your mind. It can be a fear-based thing that can be coming through with the dragonfly. And the raccoon, I feel like, has got something that it needs to say. It wants to say. There's something in the shadows that wants to speak, wants to come out into the light. And so this is kind of shadows and light. And It's these two polar energies, and it really is a merry dance of having to negotiate through those paths. And that's why we're kind of getting that it's important to feel like there's a place of stability around this, and it's also to understand very clearly where a place is not feeling right for you as well. So that seems to be very important. So I'm going to leave it there, Cancer, because this is a very, very positive reading where we're moving to, and I want to we're now going to take it over to the extended reading and see what else is coming in with this Queen of Wands. What opportunities, and related to this money, what's coming in? What are you receiving, or what are you investing in now? And so we'll get some more cards around that, what's coming in. We'll also take a look at career, money and finance. Career, money and love and relationships. And that might actually be good, because a lot of this reading has been quite in the watery realms. It's not very, I mean, this whole side is grounded. Suddenly things ground back in, and there's these lovely pentacle energies, and you start seeing it in your reality. Absolutely. And so I'd like to, maybe we might get a bit more of a practical energy around love and relationships, money and career. Maybe not, we don't know, but we'll see when we get to the extended reading. So I'd love it if you come over for the extended. The link is in the description box below. Just click on that, we'll take you over to Vimeo. I usually pin it to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Cancer, I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Always love to read your comments, and share if you think this will help someone. And ultimately, we have to look at the fact that this Seven of Wands is uplifting you, moving you above a space that potentially for some of you could be troublesome, could be a dark place to be going in for some of you. But this Seven of Wands is finding you in, getting you into a better position. And so this is all moving into this very positive energy as well. So it's a very positive reading, and you'll find yourself in a better place, much better. So thank you so much for joining me, Cancer, and I shall see you next time. Take care.